Hey guys, what's up and welcome back, Quality Shot Tennis. Today we've got Artur Fils taking on Lorenzo Musetti in Indian Wells. This is a match that I think a lot of people are going to have different ideas of who the winner is. I think that it has 3 sets written all over it. We'll see if that ends up being the case, but I don't think there's a big favorite in this matchup. 2 young guys who are both great talents coming up, maybe more eyes on other young players at the moment rather than Fils and Musetti, such as Alcaraz, Sinner, Fonseca, Draper. But I think that these 2 guys deserve the attention too, and I want to watch this one, honestly, and see where both these guys are at. Let me know your predictions of what's going to happen in this one in the chat. I'm going to go with Artur Fils taking the win in 3 sets. Let me know your predictions as well. Fils, one of my absolute favorite players to watch, and Musetti is, I think, high up there on pretty much everybody's list, even not number 1, but he's one of the most entertaining players out there. Plays with a lot of flair, so particularly very good on clay, but he can, I mean, obviously Wimbledon semis, and he's done well on hard courts as well, even though it's probably his worst surface. That's a wayward forehand from Fils, so love 30. But honestly, like, I really want to watch this one because I want to see where both guys are at. I haven't paid too much attention to either of these guys in a minute. So that's why I want to watch this one, really. Serve from Fils goes wide. Second serve. Backhand of Musetti goes to the forehand of Fils. Just stays inside the line. Forehand of Fils goes to the backhand of Musetti. Forehand of Fils inside out to the backhand of Musetti. Way up high. Lob. Forehand Musetti could have gone for a smash. Opts for a forehand. Backhand Fils just crosses the net. Backhand down the line. Fils slides. Gets it. Backhand beautiful point. I guess beautiful building out of the point there from Musetti, constructing the point beautifully there. Fils really set that up for Musetti by not getting into position. He was way out on the ad side initially for that last backhand that he hit before sliding out for that forehand, but then it was so short. Musetti was able to step in with the backhand. Love 40 now. Ooh, wicked return of serve. Just catches the sideline. Not what he meant to do, but he'll take it. Break to love to start us off here for Lorenzo Musetti. Big angle off that shot for Musetti. It was a good angled serve as well, but even better angle on the return. These are two guys who have not had a notable result in Indian Wells or Miami yet in their careers, but still young careers, to be fair. And these are different conditions than Indian Wells has ever played with. And just because it plays faster, it doesn't mean that it's similar to Miami. It's the conditions here are still pretty different from how Miami is. I mean, they're not able to get rid of the high altitude here, right? So the head-to-head, by the way, is Musetti 1-0. They've played once before. Musetti won in the second round of Monte Carlo, where he is a very tough opponent, 6-3, 7-5. I think FILS will be happier playing on this surface than over in Monte Carlo. I mean, FILS is good on clay, too. He really is. He won that, what was it, Hamburg final against Zverev? I think it was in Hamburg. FILS can play really good on clay, but I think FILS will definitely be happier playing Musetti on this in these conditions. Let's see, though. That backhand goes wide, so it's 15 love for Musetti, who's won the first 5 points. We also got Runa playing as well. He's locked in, or he was locked in, a tight win against Humbert. How's that one going? It's so hard to find the live scores now. It used to be if you like type in Holger Rune's name on Google, it would just show up right away. So Rune serving for the match at 6-5. Okay, that'd be a good win for Holger there. He tends to be pretty good at finding his ways to win very close matches when he's not playing against top players. Early in his career, he was very good against top players, but it's been, I mean, the first half of his young career has been night and day against top players to the second half. Forehand, big return from FILS, gets it. First point of the match for FILS, first point of hopefully many. 30-15. Musetti was 1/4 of a way to a golden set. FILS puts a stop to that real quick. 30-15. There will be no such one side. It's not going to be a one-sided affair, I don't think. Not that one-sided, anyway. We're not going to see bagels or breadsticks, I don't think. We'll see if I'm wrong about that. Backhand slice goes to the forehand of FILS. Ooh, great shot. Musetti gets it. One of the fastest guys on tour. Lob up high. FILS smashed. Backhand. Musetti's there again. Another smash from FILS. Musetti, no way to get up to that one. 30 all. Let me know, are you guys watching that Runa match right now? Because, yeah, that one was at... I stopped watching to start streaming this at 4-4. I'm going to actually pull that one up for myself as well, just while it's at the end of it. 30 all here. Maybe a chance for FILS to draw level early after falling a little bit behind. Ooh, ace second serve kick out wide as FILS guessed wrong that FILS was going to go to the backhand, and he hits a perfect angle the other way. Great pace of shot too for a second serve. Yeah, Runa serving for the match in that third. Humbert is one of the most dangerous guys on tour. There's no doubt about that. For my money. And Lorenzo holds as FILS hits a backhand in the net. So 2-0. Early on, we'll see if Musetti keeps up this momentum. Like I said, the head-to-head here is 1-0 for Musetti. This is their first time playing against each other on hard courts. These are two guys who I think could be two of the best players of the next generation. I don't know about the two best, but they could be two of the best. So it's fun to see their head-to-head starting to blossom because I'm sure they'll play a few times, even if they don't play 60 times. I'm sure they'll play a few at least. I generally like seeing young guys like I generally like seeing young guys play the first matches against each other because it's really interesting to see them figuring out each other's games. That to me is the most like I don't know. It's super interesting. It's like even like now watching like Federer and Djokovic play their first matches against each other, or like Federer and Nadal and Djokovic. It's really fascinating. So I really try to take in those matches. Even like who knows? Like Feast could be who knows what Arthur Feast's ceiling is. Like it could be number 12, or it could be number 1, or it could be number 4. Who knows? So it's just like but either way, right now he has great potential. He hopefully will be around for a while. So to see him play against other young guys who I'm sure he'll play against a bunch, it's like it's a fun thing to see. Just like Alcaraz and Sinner's first matches, and once in a while, some of their first matches when two guys play against each other. One of the first times, like Sinner Alcaraz U.S. Open, their match at the U.S. Open, like you get some really fantastic matches that way. Or like Rafa and Roger playing in Miami, the second match of their career, I think, when it went 5 sets. So it could be an exciting time in the rivalry, the very beginning. 30 all. Feast trying to hold and not go down too far too early here. Backhand of Musetti goes to the forehand of Feast. Lob way up high. Smash Feast. If Musetti just kept his position, he actually could have had a play on it. But Feast puts away the overhead. 40-30. And that chord that just goes away. So deuce. Deuce here at 2-0. Two zero deuce. Serve here from Arthur Feast. Goes to the forehand of Musetti. Big shot. It's a break point for Musetti now at advantage. Big point for Musetti. Stepping in with that forehand. Great play from Musetti so far. Not making life easy at all for Feast. Some aggressive winners as well from Musetti. Just solid so far. Doing all he needs to do on his end to be dangerous. Backhand goes to the backhand Feast. Backhand Musetti down the line. Forehand of Feast. Forehand Feast again to the backhand. It's a drop shot. Musetti backhand to go behind Musetti. Musetti trying to go behind Feast. Backhand to backhand cross court. And Feast just misses the backhand long. It's 3-0 for Musetti, who is in charge of proceedings early here. 3-0. Musetti's impressive. He had a good summer last year. Musetti, a great summer. Where at one point I was just like, how is Musetti not in the top 10 like right now? Like he had like amazing tournament after amazing tournament. Obviously got to the Wimbledon semis. The Olympics didn't count for points. He played really well at the French, but he lost in the third round. Again, I still think he hasn't been to a quarterfinal at Roland Garros, which is just really absurd because I think really since like 2021, Musetti's been one of the highest level players at Roland Garros every year, and he hasn't made a quarterfinal. I really don't remember another example of something like that. But Musetti's career high ranking, what is it? He's kind of similar to Alex Demonor, just like in the way his ranking kind of is. Yeah, career high of number 15. But I mean, he's everybody respects him, and he's been around a while, a little bit, a little while. Yeah, career high in June 2023. I reckon, like Alex Demonor did, Musetti can make a push for the top 10 sometime. I feel like that's pretty. Those two are pretty comparable in that way. I mean, Musetti is really just like sometimes he just like makes you go like, "What? What did you just do? Like, what shot did you just hit?" Like, he's really like absurdly talented. He's a very good player when his game is on. Right now, it's on. 3-0. Serve Musetti. He's seeing if he can give the crowd something to cheer about on his side. Another big forehand from Musetti. Just solid and then finding ways to be aggressive, step in, and hit winners. I mean, basically what FILS needs to do is recognize that Musetti is going to be high level on his side. He needs to do something to hurt Musetti and raise up his level. Get him more to the back end of Musetti. In a attack his backhand if he can. Forehand big to the backhand of FILS. Can't get over the net. 30 love. Majority of points of the match so far going to Musetti. Baseline points 11 for Musetti, 1 for FILS. It was a great forehand there from Musetti. It wasn't a very easy one to deal with, but he got a lot of pace on it. Stayed in control. Forehand goes out again. We're at 3-0, 40 love. There's no injury or like nothing like that. Like it's literally just Musetti is playing really well. And FILS hasn't really found much of anything yet. But what's the total points differential? 16-5. Pretty one-sided so far. Kind of the opposite of what I said at the start. That I didn't think any of the sets were going to be one-sided. This one has been very one-sided. Backhand FILS just goes over the net. Forehand cross court goes to the forehand of FILS to the back. And Musetti. It's a much better point from FILS. Much better point from Arthur FILS. He needs to find ways to compile more points like that together. I will say this: if FILS expected an easy match here or something, or didn't expect a tough customer, he went to the wrong shot. Musetti's going to be tough. Forehand Musetti goes to the back and FILS. Cross court to the back and slice Musetti. Forehand FILS. Better points here from FILS. That's another shot long from Musetti. FILS finding a little bit of something. Musetti out to the races early, but feels like FILS is putting up a string of a few good points together. Backhand, that's going to go out. 4-0. It's always going to be hard to come back from 40 love, but those were good signs from FILS there in that game at the end. So hopefully he can take something from that and play some good games at the end of this first set and then do better in the second set. Essentially, losing a set 6-0 and losing a set 7-6 are the same thing. You're down a set, right? You got to restart in the second set. So hopefully FILS can play better in the second set. Backhand slice Musetti, wicked, like low over the net slice. Forehand down the line goes to the backhand slice of FILS. Musetti runs around, hits a forehand. Backhand deep into the backhand of Musetti. Backhand of FILS. Cross court, it's going to go out. Love 15. High level from Musetti to start off proceedings here. FILS unable to match it. It's like Musetti's at a 10 and FILS is at a 6 right now, and a 10 is a lot. First serve goes long for FILS. Second serve. Backhand up high, goes to the forehand of FILS. Forehand MUSETTI, way up high. Oh, terrible overhead from FILS. That was all FILS. Most of these points have been, I'd say more positive things about MUSETTI than negative about FILS, but that was just poor. Serve out wide, great serve. 15-30. FILS' 8th point in the match so far, 19 for Lorenzo Musetti. It feels like an even bigger difference, to be honest, just watching. Forehand, that's going to go out. 9th point of the match for FILS, looking for double digits, 30 all. Hey, how's it going, Max? Good to see you. I don't know who I want to win. I like both these players. Me too. I hope Musetti can have more success. 100%. Yeah, how are you doing, Max? Yeah, I mean Musetti on hard court. I think hard courts is his worst surface so far, but obviously, like in this match so far, he can play good tennis here. So I'm hoping that during the clay court swing in particular, Musetti can really have some big runs. That would be a very welcome sight for the next gen and the young players. But yeah, I like both these guys, both talented, fun, dynamic players. 40-30 from FILS as Musetti misses the backhand. Better string of points during the last couple games for FILS. Maybe something to build on. A horrific smash, but other than that, over the last like 7 or 8 points, better tennis overall from FILS. Way more solid. Be important to hold here. And he does with a big serve. 4-1. I'm not looking for FILS to make a comeback in the set. I'm looking for FILS to play a couple good games at the end of the set and then hopefully have a better showing in the second. He can come back in the first set too, but it's gonna be hard. Okay, I hope you're doing great. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I've been writing a lot. Currently writing I just basically finished a script for like a film that I'm gonna shoot, like a short film. So that's been fun. I was writing that right before streaming. What else? I've just been playing a lot of tennis. Spring break from college. I've just been like chilling and sleeping in, which has been really nice actually. Um Hanging out with some friends, piano lessons have been good. Yeah, just doing different stuff, watching Indian Wells. Kirsteyev versus Navarro was a crazy match. Just like it was in Dubai. They also played in Dubai and it was crazy there. But yeah, Navarro getting the best of Kirsteyev here. Yeah, there's Indian Wells been pretty interesting so far, honestly. I'll support your film, Anthony. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll try to post the stuff I make to my tennis social media. Maybe could be good. Post tennis stuff and other stuff. I don't know, but you'll find a way to. I'll share it. Part of me wants Musetti to achieve more success to get the one hand backhand alive. Yeah, Max. I mean, right? Because I mean, who do we have keeping that mantle alive? I mean, Dimitrov always looks great, but he's not getting any younger. But I mean, who knows? I mean, he could go for a while. I mean, he's only like 32, 33. But yeah, I mean, I think Musetti is really the young guy who's supposed to keep the one hand backhand alive and keep that flame going. Like Impechi Pericard exists, Shapovalov, Tsitsipas is looking better. I don't know. Maybe the clay court swing is just like when everything comes together. Like Tsitsipas has amazing showings at clay events. Musetti has great showings. And Impechi, well, I don't know, maybe not Pericard, but Shapo does well. He likes clay, I think. Sometimes. If he's playing well, I think he can do well on clay. It might not be his best surface, but I think he's okay on clay. But anyway, I hope the one-hand backhand players keep doing well. Squall shot from Musetti goes long, 15 all. He's definitely playing a little bit better, no doubt. Actually hurting Musetti a little bit. I think Feast was a little bit taken aback by Musetti's level starting off because he started the match off as if he's already been out on court for like 4 hours, like full of adrenaline and energy and just at full flow. Feast was like, man, we just started the match. Why am I getting broken at love? Why am I down 6 points to nothing here to start off? Like, I think he was just surprised. Backhand down the line. Musetti goes for the classic one-handed backhand flat end down the line, but he misses it long. So it's 15-30 for Feast, looking to get one of the breaks back. I think Feast is looking to make a full-fledged comeback in this set, and I don't blame him. Show Musetti he's really in this match. Try to be heartbreaking for Musetti if he could somehow do that. There's always a plus for Feast. It's not a backhand return to miss from Feast. Backhand return into the middle or bottom of the net. Yeah, not good. Who are your predictions on who will win Indian Wells in the ladies' draw? I picked Rybakina. To win the tournament, but I think it's a really interesting tournament for the ladies because there's a lot of players that I think you could say have a chance at it, like a good chance at it. I wasn't that convinced by Sabalenka or Coco in their first rounds. Coco, I think Goff might go out to Sakurai. Goff has not been looking very good, or she didn't look very good against Uchiyama. So yeah, I reckon Goff's not going to win it. But yeah, I picked Rybakina. I'm gonna keep my Rybakina guess. So I picked Rybakina. I'm keeping Rybakina, but I think it's a really interesting tournament for the WTA side. Alcaraz, I think, is a big favorite on the men's. I mean, he is. Fritz is the only other top player left, and that's not. I don't see Fritz beating Alcaraz. Somebody else has to beat Alcaraz. Fonseca's out. I don't know. I don't know who beats Alcaraz, honestly. Djokovic is out. 30-40. It's a break point for Feast, and he's working with the second serve. Kick serve, double fall. One break back for Feast, and that could be very important. Just a one break difference now. Just a one break difference now. Thank you guys for tuning in, by the way. Don't forget to subscribe Quality Shot Tennis if you haven't already. And stay tuned with all the stuff that we post and all the action going on. Keep up to date on different news and draw previews and match previews. Yeah, I need to do more draw predictions again. I just haven't been doing that. Starting with Miami, I'll do some for every tournament. Yeah, starting with Miami, I'll do some for every tournament. Ooh, bad backhand from Musetti. He started off very, very in the flow of things, but since Feast has risen his level a little bit and Musetti's level has dropped a little bit, but I think things are going to balance out in time. I think we could see a high level match here. Forehand of Feast goes to the forehand of Musetti, backhand of Feast. That's in the net. 15 all. I don't know. I have a feeling like we could get a really high level here, like midway or end of the second set. No matter which way this thing kind of goes, but I feel like both players are like searching for their best level. And I think we're going to see some great shot making. First serve in the net, second serve from Feast. Backhand Musetti goes to the forehand of Feast. Forehand Musetti. Cross court to the forehand of Feast. Great shot from Feast. It's through it. 3-15. It's through it beautifully. Just perfect forehand. Yeah, what about you, Mac? What do you think? Let me know, guys. Who do you think's winning Indian Wells? On either side, men's or women's. Ooh, big forehand strike from Musetti. Love it. Right back at you. 30 all. Right back at you. Boom. Musetti with a massive forehand. 30 all. This could be a big point. Serve, great serve. Right off the line, big pace. Forehand. Feast almost comes in, decides not to. Musetti misses the backhand long. 40-30. I don't know if Musetti didn't have to go that big. There's really no reason for Musetti to go that big. I mean, Feast almost came in. Musetti was a bit off balance. I don't know. I felt like he really didn't need to go that big. Also, don't show Feast that you're afraid of his forehand. Like, let Feast hit the forehand winner, but don't miss the backhand long on such an important point. 40-30. Musetti way back to return this. Ready for that backhand. Ooh, Feast just misses the forehand. Inside out. Deuce. Few forehand errors on the for Feast early. Definitely some forehand errors. Still trying to find that shot. Ooh, big ace down the tee for Feast. Advantage to the Frenchman. If you guys are just joining in, we got Feast versus Musetti. I really want to watch this because I really haven't kept my eye on either of these players very much recently. I thought this could be a great close match. I didn't think either player was a big favorite at all, so I found that fascinating. And yeah, I like both guys, so I just want to see where they're at right now. Nobody's really looking at them in this tournament, so I thought it was kind of interesting. Serve to the backhand of Musetti, backhand of Feast, cross court to the backhand of Musetti. Down the middle, forehand of Musetti, cross court, goes to the forehand of Feast, big. Forehand squash shot, Musetti, that stays in on the baseline somehow. Feast comes in, backhand pass. Musetti runs, can't get that one. 4-3. Let's go. Let's go, Feast. Get it close. 4-3. 4-3, 4-3. Feast down what? 4-0. Now 4-3. Well, yeah, good win for Holder. Runa doing a little bit better. He's kind of sneaking under the radar a little bit going into the clay court season, I feel like. I don't know. Maybe not. I mean, win, but obviously he was the favorite going in. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm looking more at Runa's results recently. Maybe not. But what was that? Didn't he have a tournament where he did really well recently, though? I feel like he had a tournament where he did well. What am I thinking? But yeah, recently his results haven't been great. I forgot about that Pedro Martinez loss, too. That was not good. Yeah, in Australian Open, he didn't do that bad. In Rotterdam, Buenos Aires. Not too much to celebrate for Runa, to be fair. Yeah, it was really like Australian Open, and then the last year he had a few decent tournaments. Beat Draper, I think, maybe Demonor in Paris. At least Draper, I think. I hope Carlos can win in Indian Wells. Nice. It'll be fun. I mean, he's so fun to watch. And the first match that he played, he had some absolutely ridiculous passing shots. So he's his game in Indian Wells is just so, I don't know. He hits some of the most ridiculous shots. I think his shot making is great everywhere, but particularly here, he hits some shots that just make you shake your head. Um, I don't know. Even his serve is way better here. Just the way it kicks off the court. He's just I don't know. He's a pleasure to watch at Indian Wells. He's a pleasure to watch everywhere, but I don't know. I'm not sure that he's more fun to watch at any tournament more than Indian Wells in general. Serve kicked into the back end of Feast, back into Musetti, goes to the back end of Feast, back end slice Musetti. Low over the net. Yep. Feast goes for a slice, but he can't match the level of Musetti's slice. Hits in the net, 30 love. Serve here from the Italian. Pancake return from Feast. Forehand of Musetti. It looks like that's going to be a winner. Oh, maybe not, actually. He's almost gets it back, but it goes wide. 40 love. Love from Musetti. Serving well so far in this first set. He's struggling a little bit on the return and continues to as he hits that one into the net. Good serving performance from Musetti so far, 5-3. Definitely not the strongest serve on tour, but so far he's getting the job done. Feast, though, last 3 or 4 games playing a higher level, and it seems like I think the second set's likely going to be more interesting than the first. Feast could still come back here. It's just a 1 break difference. It comes down to that 5-4 game, assuming he holds here, which he needs to do first before I go ahead and go into the second set, or before I talk about the 5-4 game, I should say. Left 15. Rossetti 3 points away from the set. That forehand going a bit wayward a few times now. That's a big serve from Feast, 15-all. Musetti with the backhand up high to the Feast forehand. Forehand Musetti goes to the forehand of Feast. Backhand Musetti. Again to the forehand of Feast, so that's in the net. 15-30. Danger for Feast here. Although, I mean, if Feast gets Musetti might start to feel like the set's over. But if he doesn't break here and Feast gets the hold, suddenly Musetti needs to hold one more time. And with Feast's level being higher, if he can really start to put danger in Musetti in that service game in this hypothetical, suddenly the set could be drawn even. So you just never know. That's a great get from Feast. Fighting hard. Ooh, just missed the baseline. Great effort from Feast, but just misses the baseline. So you always have to be careful at any situation because tennis is a bit misleading because if you had a chance to put away a set or a match or something, that stays in your head. And it gets in the way of the flow of things. Things only get harder. Forehand of Feast goes to the back of Musetti. Forehand of Feast inside out to the back end of Musetti again. Getting great kind of pop off that shot. Some high bouncing topspin from Musetti. Feast hitting just a little bit flatter. That's a great pace of shot as well from Musetti. Just the weight and heaviness of shot from Lorenzo is too big. He takes the first set 6-3. Good stuff there. That also means that Musetti is going to serve first in the second set, which Musetti is very aware of. That's good for him. It's about what I thought, but 7 winners, 18 unforced for FILS is horrific. That's a number he's got to go up and get higher. All right, we're starting off the second set. Musetti serving, already up 15-love. FILS needs a quicker start than he got in the first set. No doubt about it. Like I said, 7 winners, 18 unforced errors. I mean, it's bad enough to hit 18 unforced errors, but he also needs to hit more than 7 winners, you know? The biggest issue is the differential between winners and errors, but it's also just not enough winners. Big backhand down the line from FILS, 15-all. That's a winner. Second serve here from Musetti. He's looking for a stronger, quicker start. Forehand goes for it. It's the right shot, but he misses in the net. Just not a shot to afford to lose. And we start to wonder, is this just not FILS's day here? Because he goes for the exact right shot, but he just misses it. And it's not like he hits the net cord there. He's like maybe like half a foot from the top of the net. It's just not good enough. Maybe a quarter of a foot, but it's still not good enough there from FILS on the hitting the right shot by hitting it out. Foreign FILS, big. That's a better shot. 30-all. Good height of shot there as well. Good net. Serve, it's an ace. Good as you like. Serving has been on today for Musetti. Serving's been on for Musetti. Wants to keep it going with this point right here. 42 minutes of play so far. Musetti trying to get to 1-0 in the second. Kick serve back into FILS. That's going to go out. Great serving from Musetti on the last couple of points there. So 1-0. Musetti's serving stats have got to be quite good. FILS's returning hasn't been very good, to be honest, but Musetti's serve has been very good. This is fantastic. And this is good as well. Really good. Really good. Oh. Well, not as good now. Why? I don't know how in the world it went from 68 to 54. I don't know if anybody else saw that. But How's it 54 now? Anyway, these are strong numbers. This is not a strong number for FILS. Has to partly to do with Musetti's returning, which has been good, but FILS needs to do better on the first serve. Like first serve percentage is only good if you're winning the points. Return quality, yep, this is what I was just talking about. Musetti 8.6, FILS 5.0. That's got to be the side of the match so far. That's why the score is what the score is. Left 15 here. Forehand swing volley, yeah, put away. Even that, you start to think, like, was FILS going to win this point? Was it going to get a little bit dangerous? That's not a good sign. Musetti's been very much in charge so far. FILS trying to tilt the pendulum the other way, if he can, with his racket here. Forehand, goes to the forehand of FILS. Forehand Musetti on stretching out, but can't get that one. 30-15. 0-1, 30-15, FILS. Serve from FILS. Backhand slice Musetti. Backhand FILS goes to the forehand of Musetti. Misses it in the tram lines. 1-1. Better start in the second set to FILS. If FILS wants a chance in the second set, this is he really needs to keep that level up. FILS, honestly, I've seen so many times that I've seen quite a few times that it looks like he's going to lose in straight sets, but he pushes it to 3 sets, and even though a lot of those occasions I've seen him lose that match, he's pretty good at really fighting it out and at least like pushing the opponent to to the limit, just making sure the match, maximizing the most he can get out of the match, even if the match is really not going his way. Like at least pushing it to 3 sets, sometimes pulling it out, but I've seen FILS do that on a few occasions. So you never know. This does feel more of like a straight set so far, but FILS can raise the level. So far it's not there though, as he misses another backhand slice. I think he might just have to try to get rid of that shot altogether, although I don't know if that's going to do him very well in these rallies to not have that slice as an option. 22 unforced errors to 9 is a pretty hefty stat. Backhand goes to the backhand of Musetti, forehand of FILS. Backhand Musetti is a drop shot. FILS runs, gets there. Ooh, Musetti crafty with the backhand. Nobody knew where he was going, and that's exactly what Musetti wanted. That drop shot was very peculiar and well executed. It just really looked like he was just gonna hit a slice, and he hit a perfect drop shot right in front of the net. Just casual flick of his racket there for a backhand pass, hitting over the backhand. Yeah, this is looking like Musetti's just the better player in this match so far, honestly. Straight sets for Musetti in their first encounter. It's looking like that might be the result here as well, if FILS doesn't change things up quickly. Musetti could be a little bit dangerous in this tournament. Backhand that's going to go well long from FILS. Although it's not like he's run into an opponent playing at the peak of his powers either. But let me look. What is Musetti's draw here? I mean, I don't think he's going to win the tournament, but at least something to look out for a little bit. Definitely somebody to look out for a little bit. Okay, yeah. So next he's got Marcos Giron. That's a good draw for Musetti. Winner of this one takes on Marcos Giron, who beat Casper Ruud and Alexei Popper. It's so funny. At the last tournament that Giron played, I was talking to somebody, and I literally said Giron is somebody who nobody ever talks about, but is pretty underrated and is definitely very capable of an upset every now and again. And yeah, 2 upsets in a row for Giron, but that's a good draw though. I mean, Musetti would be the favorite there. And then yeah, taking on the winner of Paul and Medvedev. But this is Medvedev at Indian Wells, and Medvedev recently a bit up and down. Paul is tough for sure. It's not impossible to win that one, but anyway, at least a quarterfinal for Musetti looks very likely here. And I don't think he's ever been to the quarterfinal of Indian Wells. Yeah, he's only been to the quarterfinal. He hasn't been to the quarterfinals of an outdoor hardcourt Masters tournament. He's been to quarterfinals of Monte Carlo and Paris. He has not been to a Masters semifinal yet, so could be a first for Musetti. He has been to an Olympic semifinal and a Grand Slam semifinal, though, but not a Masters one. Hey, how are you doing, Sean? Sorry, sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat for a little second there. But welcome into the stream. So glad Runa won. I've been backing him for ages, but it can be frustrating. Well, yeah, I mean, he's been struggling. Do you think Novak will win another Grand Slam? No. I think he has a chance to get to another final at Wimbledon. Otherwise, I just don't think he's going to even make that much noise in terms of getting to finals, etc. How's it going, Andrea? Hello, Anthony. What do you think about Eva Jovic? Such a pretty girl. I didn't see her play, but I don't know anything about her, to be honest. But she must be good. 17 years old, pushing Paolini to 3. Yeah, I can see that maybe at the French. Getting to a final. Yeah, I mean, maybe. But I just think 3 out of 5 on such a physical surface as clay is going to be tough. Hell of a backhand pass from Musetti. Just gotta say, too good. Feast knows it too. Claps his racket. But you gotta go for a shot like that at 40 love. Better game there from Feast, and it is games a piece here. Is she good though, Andrea? I just haven't seen her play, but let me know. Let me know what's her play style or how she plays or whatever. But she must be really good. Kessler is really good. Kessler pushing Sabalenka in the first set yesterday. She's fantastic. And Nisimova playing well recently, but what about Belinda Bencic taking her out in 3 sets yesterday? I like both of those players. It's going to go out off the forehand for Musetti, so love 15. Musetti could maybe do a push here. Problem is, Feast's return just hasn't been there on the first serve or the second serve. Just hasn't been able to really deal with, I guess, the more high bouncing serve that Musetti's had to offer, particularly on, well, I mean, on both first and second, but particularly on the second serve, right? That's not a great kick serve, though. Backhand goes up high to the forehand of Feast, who attacks a backhand slice. Ooh, jumping smash. Feast smash put away. Electrifying the crowd. I'll tell you what, this guy's a great athlete. I don't know. I think the shot was going out. I think Musetti's lob was going out. Am I wrong? For the jumping smash, I thought it was going out, but hey, you might as well hit it and get the crowd on your side, right? It won the point. Fantastic second smash as well. Well, 30. Let's go, Arthur Feast. Getting something going here. Forehand, chip, forehand to Musetti, back into FILS. Goes to forehand to Musetti, who shanks it out. Love 40, and suddenly this push from FILS kind of catching Musetti off guard. That's the thing. You have to keep your foot on the gas. So hard to do. You can't ever feel like you have the match won. Not until the handshake, and that is got to be the hardest thing to do in the sport. Backhand of FILS goes to the backhand. It's a drop shot from Musetti. FILS gets there with a big forehand volley. Put away. Arthur FILS with a monstrous yell, with a monstrous volley. Turning that point around beautifully with some big shots. And that game was a break to love, just like Musetti had in the first game of the match. Fantastic couple of games there for FILS. 3-2. Let's go. Love watching FILS play. Hey, how's it going, Jared? Thoughts on Tiafo tonight? Tiafo is really good. Tiafo is underrated at Indian Wells. That's the first thing I'll say. Second thing, he played Watanuki this time of year 2 years ago, and it was maybe the most underrated match of that whole year of 2023. Tiafo versus Watanuki was such a fun match. Watanuki hit literally over 50 winners. I think literally over 50 winners, hitting return winner after return winner, as in the zone as any player ranked outside the top 100 you'll see. And Tiafo also said he was just terrified of the guy because he had never even watched videotape of him. This is the second time they're playing. Tiafo somehow got the best of him, but if Watanuki can somehow summon the level he played that day, it's going to be a really interesting match. I'm going to watch some of that, but both guys can be fun to watch. I think it should be exciting. It's a night match. American playing in front of an American crowd. I think that's a low key popcorn one. That's one that you wanna catch. And I've got Tiafo getting through that, but Watanuki showed he's very capable of. I don't know. I mean, obviously I have Tiafo, I guess, but Watanuki could do something. If Watanuki plays anything like he did 2 years ago in the match, it could be something. He already has the confidence knowing he almost beat Tiafo. So I don't know. Oftentimes when you get close against a top player, the first time you play, the second time you play, it can the result can be different. But we'll see. So I think it could be good actually. It's my 2 cents. We're still under an hour of play here. 56 minutes of play. It's FILS serving at 3-2 up a break. FILS with a great forehand. Lob from Musetti. He almost made it. They just hit it out, Musetti. I think Musetti hits it like an inch out. Would have been a fantastic defensive lob. Back in Musetti goes to the back end of FILS, inside out. Forehand to Musetti. Goes to forehand to FILS with a fantastic forehand. God, the match so far for Arthur FILS. What a strike cross court. That is not an easy shot to hit. FILS has won 11 of the last 12 points. Backhand goes out. FILS winning 12 of the last 13. Also, I think winning at least the last 9 points in a row, right? Because he broke to love and he just held out love and he won the game before that. I think. Yeah, he would have had to. So I think at least 9 points in a row in general, too. Could be going for 10 in a row here. Pretty sure. For Feast, definitely his highest level of the match so far. There's no doubt about that. Back in slice Musetti. He's trying to stay in control, but it's Musetti with a backhand down the line. And this is kind of what I said. I said, listen, both players are trying to find their range and their level. Midway to or towards the end of the second set, we could see some fantastic shot making at a high level from both. And that might be what we're starting to see here. Backhand goes to the forehand of Musetti up high. Forehand of Feast attacks it as he should. Forehand squash shot is great. Feast comes in, smash. Oh! Feast makes an absolute mess of a gimme. Freddie Love. Feast knows that was a tough one too. Feast has barely been losing points in the last few games, but I mean it actually wasn't. It was. I mean, he just mistimed it. I think he didn't. I think he misread where the ball was. And yeah, if he knew where the ball was, he would have hit that a little bit differently. Hit that about 20 or 30 feet wide. Bit of an exaggeration, but definitely hit it wide. What do you guys think is the best men's match of the year so far? The best men's match of the year so far. There hasn't been a classic yet. I think like Lerner TF Medvedev maybe. But I think there really hasn't been much of a classic yet. So hopefully we get one. Alcaraz versus Djokovic was kind of fun, but Alcaraz was a mess. And obviously Novak was not really himself first couple of sets. Backhand cross court to the back and a fee sound line for him. Musetti hits the net court and goes in. Lucky from Musetti for 3. Can Feast continue to hold and then push this to 3 sets? I think if Physio's out on court, talking to Musetti. Musetti pointing to like his upper thigh or his leg. Musetti pointing to his backside and also to his upper thigh. So we'll see if he got some work done here. No medical timeout yet, but Musetti getting a little bit of an examination here. I think there is a medical timeout now. Musetti, I think, taking some extra time here. Yeah, Musetti taking a medical timeout. I haven't noticed anything for Lorenzo, so hopefully doesn't have too big an effect on the outcome here. Got 2.5 hours. Got 2.5 minutes for medical timeout. 2.5 minutes left. Meanwhile, other match going on right now is Andreeva versus Towson. Andreeva obviously playing some fantastic tennis recently, picking up her first 1,000 title. So I don't know. How's Mira done in Indian Wells in the past? I don't remember ever watching her play Indian Wells, to be honest. Oh, so she's played Indian Wells match in her career. She didn't play in 2022 or 2023. Okay, interesting. In 2024, she lost in the first round. So lost to Katie Volley Nets last year. Doing it, to be fair. Yeah, she's up a set on Towson. Musetti currently, or Feast currently practicing serves while Musetti's getting this timeout. He's got 8 seconds left in this medical timeout. He's about to go back on court. Forehand Musetti goes to the back end of Feast. Back in action here. Forehand of Feast to the forehand of Musetti. Forehand of Feast. Back in Musetti. Pretty short. Forehand of Feast. Let's see if Feast keeps up the momentum. He's really rocking with a lot of momentum before that extended break, which was a medical timeout. So we'll see if Feast can kind of stay solid here, not let Musetti find a way back into the match. Kick serve, back in Musetti. Up high to the back end of Feast. Cross court, back in Musetti down the line, goes to the forehand of Feast. Got forehand of Musetti defending, forehand of Feast. Steps in, backhand slice, very attackable. Forehand of Feast, goes to the back end of Musetti up high. Smash Feast, lob Musetti. Up high. Forehand of Feast. Long rally here. Backhand to the forehand of Feast. Attacks it, very central though. Forehand a feast. That goes out. Musetti with a roar. As he wins like a 25-shot rally. Love 30. Backhand. Pie to forehand a feast. Puts it away down the line. These could be crucial points in this match. 15-30. This could be the difference between 3 sets, whether Feast wins or loses, or straight sets victory for Musetti. Never know. Such a nice pleasing, like the way it's really nice to watch the way that Feast hits the forehand, hits through it. Both these guys fun to watch. First serve goes long, second serve for Feast. Kick serve, back in Musetti. Goes up high. Feast. It's in the net. It's a bad miss. 15-40. It's a bad miss. Serve Feast. Goes out. It's a second serve to work with for Musetti. Good second serve. Draws a return out. Feast takes a little bit of risk with the second. It pays off. Musetti been returning well so far in this match. Serve from Feast is a let. Kick serve goes to the back end of Musetti. Forehand Feast. Forehand Musetti defending. Lob way up high. It's going to go long. Big shots from Feast. And we're at deuce. Yeah, held yet, but that's some big clutch hitting there from the Frenchman. See if Feast can hold here. Serve down the tee is a let. Definitely felt like this one has 3 sets written all over it. Like I was saying, I feel like Feast is very good oftentimes at bringing a match to 3 sets, but not always is he able to, win 2 sets in a row to actually come back from a set down. Feast completely misses that forehand there. It's definitely something Feast has to improve upon as he keeps going with his young career. He's already gotten a few ATP 500 titles to his name. A very strong player with a lot of upside. But right now, he's facing down break point to let Musetti back into the match. Another big point in this game. Backhand slice goes to the forehand of Feast. Oh, just nervy from Feast there with the forehand. which gets the best of him in the moment where it matters the most. That forehand has not been the best for FIS, and Musetti's definitely been the stronger player in this match thus far. 4 games apiece. I don't think that medical timeout was not a good thing for FIS. FIS was a train running on full steam, and then he had to basically just like start from a blank slate serving, and Musetti was able in a long game to get the best of him. So we're at 4-4. Musetti serving to be a game away from the win. To play Marcos Giron for a spot in the Indian Wells quarterfinals. That would be a big moment for Musetti. This would be. Even to play Giron for a spot there would be a big thing. Beast launches a rocket into the crowd. Hits the ball into the stands. Warning for FIS for ball abuse. Kick serve to the back in FIS. Back in Musetti. Goes to the forehand of FIS. Back in slice Musetti. Forehand of FIS. Forehand of Musetti. Forehand of FIS. Lucky there at the net court, but he gets it. 15-all. Been a weird match from FIS's side. He's like had some brilliance, but he's also had some really weak shots. And there he gets a little bit of a mix of both. Just some luck there. Very weak first serve from Musetti. Right into the bottom of the net. Second serve. Backhand FIS goes to the backhand Musetti. Very central. Again, very central. The backhand FIS hitting with the forehand. Backhand cross court to the backhand Musetti, who flattens it out very nicely down the line. 30-15. He's kind of giving Musetti backhand practice, just giving him shot after shot. And then, I mean, FIS gave him a couple of backhands in a row and then gave him a pretty much easier one. And then, Musetti was able to attack it. Pretty high percentage kick first serve. But FIS already in a neutral rally. That's kind of his issue here. Just in these rallies, he's hitting too many shots to allow Musetti off the hook. Musetti, though, lets FIS off the hook there and hits a backhand unforced error, 30-all. 4-4, 30-all tied up in the second set. Big serve for Musetti out wide. Definitely the stronger player in this match so far. I'd say like if I was making a graph of how good both players have been in this match, I'd say like 65% for Musetti and like 35 for FIS. Something like that. It's been definitely a stronger performance from Musetti than FIS overall in the match so far. He's had that bit of brilliance there in the middle, but Musetti definitely been stronger and more solid. Forehand Musetti goes to the forehand of FIS. Cross score. That's a great shot. Hell of an angle from FIS. That's the deuce. Maybe more like 60-40, but definitely Musetti's been the stronger player. But the level is definitely more even at this point than it was like a set ago. He's really trying to make a push here to get the break back. To literally get the break that he had back. He's got a second serve to work with here at deuce. Got to play 2 good points in a row. Big forehand return. Forehand feast. Spiked with forehand of Musetti. Backhand feast is very short. Musetti attacks it. Feast trying to create defense to offense, and he just misses the forehand. That forehand has been his Achilles heel. He's missing too many forehands. I mean, he's hitting some brilliant ones, and then he's missing some easy ones. You can't really have that inconsistency against somebody like Musetti when he's playing well. And Musetti's got to see that Feast is getting a pretty hefty amount of unforced errors off that forehand wing. It's a game point for the Italian here. Backhand Musetti goes long. The game goes on. Deuce. Serve from Musetti. Backhand from Feast somehow catches the sideline. Musetti couldn't believe that it was in. I didn't think it was in. Seems like the return just caught the line. Advantage to Feast. First break point of the game. Let's see if Feast can get the break right back. Tension's definitely mounting here. Backhand Feast goes to the backhand of Musetti. Down the line. Forehand of Feast. Just scoops it up. Forehand of Musetti. Inside in. Feast gets there. Swing volley goes behind Feast. Very smart. Feast running the other way, and Musetti just hits it behind Feast. Musetti doing very well to get on the front foot early with the forehand. Also, the backhand down the line was very good early on. I mean that backhand and then the forehand right those succession of couple of shots were very strong, clutch. The backhand in particular to set it up, honestly. He knew that Musetti knew that if he didn't attack and hit a pretty good take the risk and go for a pretty good shot down the line off the backhand, Feast was going to get the upper hand early because he's been attacking even on on big points like that. He's been really going for it and attacking, not waiting for Musetti to hit an error, but really going after it, which can be tough to play against if the opponent is playing well like Feast is at the moment. That's a double fault for Musetti. 8 minutes game now. 8.5-minute game now. It's turning to be. I think the longest game in the match so far. Feels like it. Serve Musetti goes to the back and Feast. That's drop shot. It's a tape. Oh, what luck from Musetti. You got to be kidding. You have to be absolutely joking me. Come on, dude. Feast has to smile. That is just pure luck. He hit it with just enough, like, that drop shot that it just carried over to the other side. Pretty ridiculous. How has Musetti's serve been? It's been very strong, I think. Musetti's serve has been strong, so I think I mean this game it's definitely not been as strong as it's been in general in the match, but Feast has also been doing a little bit better in return here. But in the match so far, I think Musetti's been serving extremely well. I mean, the first set he was winning like 70% of his second serve points. The kick has been tough for Feast to deal with, to be fair. Backhand down the line to the forehand of Feast. Both these guys are so fun to watch from the back of the court. Backhand slice, just over the net. Backhand slice goes to the backhand of Musetti. Down the line. Forehand of Feast. What a rally. Maybe rally of the match so far. Just from the back of the court. Backhand slice to the forehand of Feast. Forehand of Musetti. Forehand of Feast down the line. Backhand slice Musetti. Long rally. Forehand Musetti. This is why I'm watching this match. Forehand of Musetti has a ridiculous angle. What a ridiculous squash shot. Forehand cross court. Forehand hits the net. Rally of the match. Musetti asking for the crowd. They get their tickets worth just in 1 point. The young guys putting on a show. The next gen showing why they're next in Indian Wells. 38 shot rally, and it was a lot of fantastic shots. That might be the longest rally of the tournament. 38 shots is rare. Ridiculous hitting from both. Gotta love that rally. That's crazy. All right, advantage. Here we go. Advantage Musetti. Had a good feeling about this match. It's paying off. Backhand goes deep into the forehand of Musetti. Forehand of Feast. Forehand of Musetti. Backhand of Feast. Cross court. Backhand slice Musetti. Goes to the forehand of Feast. Lob Musetti way up high. Stays in. Smash. Feast. Cross court. Musetti's there for the forehand. Backhand down the line. Musetti in the net. Highest level of the match so far. That was another like 15 plus, 20 plus shot rally. I think 20 plus. It's got to be like 23 or 24 shots, I think. Too good from Feast. A good push from him here. Really fighting for this game. Kick serve. Feast runs around the backhand. Forehand of Musetti goes to the backhand of Feast. Forehand now. Forehand of Feast. Missed it. Missed it. Forehand from Musetti is not good at that point. 12 minutes and 30 seconds as we get to another break point for Feast to get to 5-4. This game alone is worth the whole admission price for the night session in Indian Wells. Feast has a second serve to deal with here. Can he put this game to bed? Can he put it away? Kick serve back in Musetti. Goes into the backhand of Feast. Got backhand rally, cross court, backhand down the line. Feast forehand. I can't believe he missed the forehand. That forehand is completely messing Feast up. He's hitting some great ones, and then he's just hitting shots that he has no right to miss off that wing specifically. Too many forehand errors. Breakpoint saved in the first set, 0 for 3 Feast, 0 for 1 Musetti. And in this set, they are almost never they're saving almost every break point. Big serve for Musetti gets a return error. Advantage Musetti. Have the feeling that this game might end just about now. 14 minutes of play, or 13 minutes and 57 seconds to be exact. Now 14 minutes. 15-minute game in the heart of this match. Is a Musetti who takes the victory in this small battle in what's a giant war of a match. Second serve for the Italian here at advantage. Game point. Kick serve. Forehand Feast. Attacks it. Backhand down the line. Musetti. Backhand slice short from Musetti. It's a backhand up high to the forehand Feast. Keeps it in. He's obviously very much wanting this game. Doesn't want to hit an unforced error here or anything. Forehand, but he does hit it, and it's 5-4 for Musetti, who gets the game away and wins by far the longest game of the match. 6-3, 5-4 for Lorenzo. Come on, dude. What a game. Some great rallies there. That 38 shot one. Glad I saw that. That's why I wanted to watch it. Thank you, Max. Appreciate it. Let's go, Mad V. Whenever Musetti has faith to win the match. I like that. All right. Foreign Musetti return goes long. Good first serve to start the game for Feast. Drifting Love. All right, here we go. It's a fun one at this point. High level from both. Feast rocking a Lacoste fit. I didn't know he was sponsored by Lacoste. I didn't realize. It's kind of cool. Obviously, Novak also sponsored by Lacoste. The big one. But Dimitrov as well. There are a few players. Medvedev. Backhand up high to the forehand of Feast. Backhand again, forehand of Feast. Backhand Musetti. Forehand of Feast big. Backhand slice Musetti defending. He's almost heavy hands the volley, but he makes it. He's been, you never know where you're going to get from Feast at the net in this match. He's been very up and down, but there wasn't a well struck volley, but he gets it in. That's what matters. Definitely wasn't a well struck one. Made it. The coach would have a hard time watching that. No doubt. Good servant from Feast. Good rebound after losing what was a very close last game. But he knows that match is on the line. Baseline points won in this set, 19 apiece. In the first set, Musetti won 12 more than Feast did, 22-10. That's an interesting stat. Big reaction from after holding. Some returns going out from Musetti, but also very good serving from Feast, to be fair. 5-5. Four and Musetti goes to four and a Feast. Down the line, back and slice Musetti. Back in a Feast, misses it one. Or you love for Musetti. Back in Feast goes to four and Musetti. Back in a Feast. It's in the net. 40 low. Good hold from Musetti there to get 6-5. Good hold there from Musetti. Got 6-5. Moment of truth for Feast yet again. Are we going to get a tiebreaker? It would be very fitting for the set if we get a tiebreak. Second set's been night and day compared to the first set. Feast able to hold at 15, and quickly get to a 40 love lead, serving stay in the match last time, and he gets the first point of the game yet again here, and push this to a tiebreaker. Here we go. I definitely want to see a tiebreaker. I hope we got more of those points like we did in that long 4-4 game. He very importantly saving some break points there. Face was obviously up a break earlier in the set, but if he was to serve for the set at 5-4, we'd probably already be preparing for the third set at this point. Instead, we're probably about to go to a tiebreak. What do you love? Musetti missing some returns here, which he wasn't doing earlier. He's missing a lot of returns. Musetti got to make more returns back in play. Drop shot from Feast goes in the net. Let's see the first tiebreaker of this set 10 between Arthur Feast and Lorenzo Musetti. Potentially two future top 10 players. Maybe. I think so. Serve goes the forehand of Musetti back in. Wow, back in Musetti just catches the sideline as well. Hawkeye making some tight calls. I like out to me, but guess it caught the line there. Sir Feast goes to the backhand slice Musetti. Oh, Feast misses the forehand. Musetti climbs back from 40 love. The deuce. 2 points away, Musetti from the match now. Hour and 40 minutes played, and we could be almost done. Deuce here. Does Feast have room to push this to a tiebreaker? First serve completely missed out. Second serve. Forehand Musetti. Up high to full Feast, falling the last stages of this match, and that forehand has not been there for him throughout the match. I mean, he hit some good ones, but that forehand was a big weakness for him in this match because he hit a lot of unforced errors off of it, let me tell you. Advantage to Musetti to take this 6-3-7-5. Match point for the Italian, take this in straight sets. It's been an entertaining second set. First serve, can't find a first serve now from up 40 love. Rushing too, it feels like. Back in Musetti up high to the back end of Feast. Back in Musetti. Goes to forehand of Feast. Great shot. Feast comes in with a volley. That's going to be too good. Clutch from Feast. He's not done with the match yet. Remember that one if Feast can find a way to win this set. Obviously. The match on the line. That forehand set it up, and Musetti wasn't really expecting it. He was so far behind the baseline. And Feast was able to cover the net. Clutch. Not easy. Now just hold your heart in your hands and just let the gods decide. Play your game and let the gods decide. Forehand goes to the backhand slice to Musetti. Forehand to Feast. Again goes to the forehand to Musetti. Way up high. Forehand to Feast. Cross court. Musetti somehow tracks it down. Forehand big. Musetti still running. But it's too strong from Archer Feast. That's the advantage. Two of his best points of the whole match. Clutch when it counts the most. The advantage to Feast, the Frenchman. Andreeva Bagel, amazing stuff. Yeah, I mean she's playing great. So was that 6-3, 6-0? That was quick though. I just saw she was 6-3 up. She must have won a quick bagel. Andreeva might just like dominate the tour, just starting from her 1,000 victory. Wow. He saves the match point in style and holds. We're going to attack for the first time in this rivalry in head-to-head. Let me know what do you think is going to be a score in the tiebreaker and who's winning it. I'm going with. I have no idea, dude. It's going to be a fun one to watch. I'm gonna say FILS wins the tiebreaker 10-8. Let me know what you guys think. Back in Musetti. It's not a good start though. 1-0 for Musetti as FILS hits the backhand wide. I bet on Musetti. Let's go. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Thank you for joining in as well. All news. All right, here we go though. 40 unforced errors for FILS and 16 for Musetti. It's quite the difference. Forehand of FILS goes big to the back end of Musetti as a lob. Smash FILS put away. 1-1. Doesn't opt for the jumping smash like he did earlier, but still, that's all he needed. Serve from Arter. Great serve, 2-1. Blockbuster second set between these two young next gen. Looking for what could very likely be a spot in the quarterfinals here for the first time in their respective careers. Marcos Giron will have other things to say about though, and he's beaten two um big seeds in a row. So, but still, definitely an opportunity. Forehand big. Backhand slice Musetti defending. It's a great slice to be fair. What a slice Musetti off of that forehand. Tough. That's really a wicked amount of talent to be able to slice it the way that Musetti just did off big forehand. Great reaction and timing as well. Just very impressive. Got it deep. I mean, it skidded fairly low, not too low, but like just enough. It wasn't a gimme, and that was impressive enough, let alone that he got it back. Backhand slice of Feast goes to forehand to Musetti. It's a long 3-2 for Feast. Where you watch the game, Tennis TV. Feast going for those Fonseca stats. Bash it harder, man. Yeah, what's the record? Most unforced errors in a match. He's as well go for the record, right? Anyway, whatever he's doing, he's up 3-2 in this tiebreaker. But 40-16 is wild. It's definitely wild. 3-2 Feast. I said 10-8 Feast. If he wins every one of his service points, it's not going to be that. Let's see. Backhand goes to forehand to Feast. Backhand to Musetti. Cross court to forehand to Feast. Backhand slice. Musetti just goes over the net. Backhand slice up high to the forehand to Musetti. Forehand to Feast now. Another long rally. Forehand down the line is very good. Musetti at the net. Volley! What a pass from Feast. Where did that come from? Feast says, I don't know either. Good stuff there. Wow. 4-2. Oh, yeah. Love watching that. He knows how to embrace the crowd as well. Feast. Hell of a shot from Feast. That was a wickedly tough play to deal with. Miraculous from Feast to hit that backhand pass. Shot of the day, any match. Arthur Feast creating a moment for these fans. 4-2. He's got to try to hold this one too. Problem is, you don't get extra points for it being flashy. Still just got one mini breakup. Backhand Musetti goes to the backhand of Feast. Forehand Musetti. Forehand of Feast. Didn't need to go that big at all. I mean, he had the pressure off. Didn't need to go that big, and that forehand has not been there for him, so I don't know why he's going for that. He's trying to hit a crazy, crazy shot. No reason to do that. No reason to do that. It's just poor shot selection. There's no excuse I can find for that. Doesn't need to go for that. We're back on serve. 3-4 for Musetti serving. Or 3-4 Musetti serving. Kick serve back into Feast. Goes to the back into Musetti. Short or in a Feast. That's a more high percentage shot to attack. That's a more high percentage attack. That is a good shot to attack. And that is the shot that wins Feast the point. 5-3. Musetti just a little bit late hitting that backhand, and it just pops up for Feast. Musetti knows it right away. 104 miles per hour forehand. Sir Musetti just misses it out wide. Key moments here. Kick serve for and a Feast. Down the line, backhand slice. Musetti backhand now down the line. For and a Feast. Great shots from Musetti. 5-4. Feast serving for the set now. If he wins both of these points on serve, we're going to a third. Fantastic set of tennis. Just a fantastic set of tennis between these two guys. Giving the crowd a lot to take in and enjoy. Five, 4. Serve misses wide. Second serve. Forehand Musetti misses it wide. 6-4. Musetti very determined to run around that backhand on the return. Long extended break before the set point. Partly due to the let. Forehand chip goes to forehand to Feast. Big. Oh, and it skids. And Feast wins the second set. We're going to a third. Feast saves a match point in style. Third set. Hell of a second set. Hopefully a third lives up to it as well. The crowd loves it. All right, I'm taking a break for a minute. This one's good. All right, I'll see you guys in a second. I'll be back for this third set. All right, they're set underway. Here we go. 30 love here. Be serving. Night session in Indian Wells, California. Second match of this head-to-head. Musetti won their first meeting on clay. He's trying to win a memorable second encounter, their first on hard court. Both guys with a good chance to make an Indian Wells quarterfinal for the first time in their careers. I actually don't know how many Masters quarterfinals FILS has got into, if at all. Musetti's been to 2. None on outdoor hard courts. I don't know about FILS. I feel like FILS made a quarterfinal in Paris, but I don't remember for sure. No, he hasn't. Actually, FILS for his standards has been pretty weak at Masters level. In fact, he's trying to make his first fourth round of a Masters tournament. It's kind of incredible. He's never been to a quarterfinal of a Masters, so FILS trying to break new ground. I didn't know that at all. That's a little bit surprising. Backhand cross court, very good from FILS, 40-15. I mean, FILS at slams and Masters has been pretty subpar for his level. He's only made one fourth round of either. Lost first round of the Olympics. Obviously hasn't played in ATP finals yet in his career. So at big tournaments, he's really been relatively weak for his standards. 50% at slams, 39% win percentage at Masters. Obviously, those are the best players in the world. But I mean, his win percentage in general is very positive. 67-51. Oh, a ridiculous shot from Musetti on the dead run. Now we're seeing a show. I had a good feeling about this one. I'm glad I chose this one. Just like I'm glad I chose Djokovic yesterday. Musetti is quick. Ridiculous flick of the racket. What pace of shot on that forehand. I can't believe that wasn't a double bounce. FILS just seeing the ball like zoom past him. You just have to applaud. Big serve out wide. Just catches the line. FILS holds though, 1-0. We've seen some great shots, including to save match point. FILS, the great forehand opening up the court, then coming into the net, finishing it off with a volley. 1-0 for FILS. It's been a great shot making match so far, and I don't think we've seen the last of it. Definitely not. That's what's fun about tennis. It's like a war, and the more intense the war, the better the shot making. That's the best thing about it. I don't know if there's a thing I love more about tennis than that. That's my absolute number one favorite thing about tennis. The more intense the war, the more fun and flashy and just kind of just crazy the shot making. It's so fun. Kind of why I love basketball too. It's like when it gets down to the wire, that's when people are forced to make like the craziest like 3-pointers or half court shots or like just like hit the craziest shots when it gets down to it. That's what I love the most. Forehand, Musetti, it's going to go wide, 30-15. 40-15 Musetti. Trying to even us up. Orion Feast goes to the back end of Musetti, back into Feast. That's in the net. Couple backhands in the net from Feast, 1-1. I'm smelling like a third set tiebreaker. I think this could be like a third set tiebreaker. Before the match started, I said Arthur Feast in 3 sets. So we'll see. I think this could be a third set tiebreaker, like something really crazy, like 8-6 third set tiebreaker or something like that. I played a match that went to a third set tiebreaker the other day, 3 hours. 8-6 the tiebreaker, and I won the match. I was also down a set and 2-0 down break point to go down a double break. That was a crazy match. I've never played a match like that I remember. I played some crazy matches in juniors, but I don't remember playing one like that. Oh, that's the point of the match right there. Sometimes a point happens and you just know it's the point of the match. Guy bows in the crowd. That's one of the shots of the tournament. Ridiculous from Musetti. Initially with a backhand slice 360 scramble, and then a backhand on the dead run, a ridiculous angle crafted out of nowhere, like a painter painting a picture. A backhand for the ages. Serve from Feast in the net. Let's go. Backhand Musetti goes to the forehand to Feast. Forehand to Musetti. A pie somehow stays in. Forehand to Feast somehow stays in. Smash. Overhead's been on today. That overhead from Feast has been impressive. 15 all, but he's only hit the overhead when he felt like he was able to. A couple times he just let it bounce and just opted for a ground stroke, but he's been good with the smash. Definitely been good with that overhead. 15 all. Feast serving. Try and get a second hold of the set. Starting off this third set. Backhand, Pat, yeah. You can't come into the Musetti backhand like that. Musetti's gonna snap you in half. Musetti's gonna snap you in half and just leave you in the dust. I'll tell you what. That was not an approach shot. That was a hey, here you go. You can have this point. You got to know that Musetti can open up the court and just hit that back and down the line. Musetti knows it. Fee should know it. You can't just be playing around because, yeah, all day that was not a good enough approach shot. There's no reality that was a good enough approach shot. Just making me shake my head because I cannot believe that shot. Backhand cross, the back and a Feast down the line for Musetti. Goes to the back and a Feast, cross court. Oh, what a shot there! What a shot from Musetti! How do you get that angle out of nowhere? And then Feast somehow got it again. These are ridiculous points. The highlight reel for this match is going to be long, getting longer by the second. That was ridiculous. Yeah, Musetti could not have hit a better shot from that ridiculous position. The Feast somehow was there for it. Superb rallies. 10 volley winners for Feast, 1 for Musetti. Yeah, perfect ace for Feast. 40-30. Backhand. I'm going the net 2-1. What do you guys think? Do you guys have predictions for this third set? Let me know what you guys think is going to go down, how this is going to end. Very tight. Very, very. I keep seeing that shot that Dimitrov hit the other day against Borges. That's really the shot of the tournament. The pickup that he had running forward. I don't know how. That's one of those shots that like you didn't know was possible until you see it. Grigor is just ridiculous. Um, I don't know. One of the most talented players that the sport has ever seen. I mean, I would love to see him actually win a slam. He deserves. He deserves a slam, at least a slam final. Roland Garros is unlikely. I don't even know if he's made a semifinal or quarterfinal. Roland Garros, but like Wimbledon or U.S. Open, I just really would love to see him make a final. Kind of like maybe like Fritz, just get to a. Fritz never had made a Grand Slam semifinal, but then he made a Grand Slam final just out of the blue. Just like maybe Dimitrov can do something like that. Like the tour is definitely presenting some chances at the moment. Like there's definitely a chance for a guy to make a run who you wouldn't necessarily expect to make a big run. I would love to see it. Maybe Dimitrov at Roland Garros. Who knows? You never know. Like Krajicova at Wimbledon. Who expected that? Backhand Musetti goes out left 15. I mean, Sinner's only going to be coming back. Zverev has been so inconsistent. And then who else is even in the picture right now? Tsitsipas, Casper. I don't know. If Dimitrov's on and playing well, he can play well on clay too. I definitely would like to see. I'm not going to expect it at this point, but I would love to see him have a run. I hope he stays healthy. Is the first thing. Ridiculous squash shot from Feast. Musetti with a backhand cross court, backhand down the line, and a volley put away. The rallies keep getting better and better. Absolutely absurd. That squash shot was out of something else. They're hidden shots that don't exist. So it's starting to remind me of Sinner Alcaraz. Just great rallies all over the court. Huge shots off both wings. Just an extravaganza of shot making. Both players pushing each other to the limit. 3-15 Musetti. Back in. That goes in the net. 40-15. Musetti holds for 2-2. It really feels right now that both players are firmly running with momentum, which really makes me feel like we're heading towards a tiebreaker. But we'll see. A little bit of a late night for me, about 40 minutes away from midnight, but I'm excited to be watching this one. This is a good match to stay up for. Back in cross court to the back in a feast. That's in the net. Love 15. Musetti looking for the break. Could be an important point here. 15 all is very different from love 30. Double fault. It is going to be love 30. This is the issue, though, is that like Feast oftentimes, like I said, I've seen him push the match to 3 sets when I just like when nobody expects him to do so. Even next gen finals final against Medjedovic, he saved a couple match points and pushed it to 5 sets, but then Medjedovic won anyway. It's like I've seen it happen with Feast. Feast needs to maybe do a little bit better in the winning matches department when he is able to push the match in that way. I mean, it's one thing to be really good from like coming back from behind. That's another thing to be able to close it out. Coming back from behind doesn't mean anything if you're not good at closing it out. You have to, yeah, you have to be good at closing it out. Backhand up high to the forehand of Feast, forehand of Musetti, lob way up high. It's going to go out. 30 all for Feast. Feast's serve here, 30 all. Backhand slice Musetti, forehand of Feast. Forehand of Musetti for a pass. It goes in the net. 40-30. But I think what Musetti's saying, or at least my thoughts, is that Feast Musetti already right from the start of the point, kind of letting Feast inside the court, and he's already basically lost the point from the beginning. He needs to find a way to get more depth early. Use the length of the court better and really find ways to step in rather than let Feast dictate. Let's be more aggressive from the start. Another double fault from Feast on the ad side. Another serve missed. It's got to be careful. Forehand Musetti up high to the forehand of Feast. Forehand Musetti, forehand of Feast, back and slice Musetti. Forehand of Feast, back and Musetti down the line. Forehand Feast, high level ground strokes. Forehand Feast goes to the back end of Musetti. A lot of shots here. Backhand slice. How much is Feast going to attack and take a risk? Not much, but it draws an error for Musetti anyway. He takes the risk, and it does not pay off as he hits in the net. One-handed backhand. Advantage the Feast. Feast finding ways to get it more to the Musetti backhand, and Musetti's backhand not really doing what he wants it to do. Advantage to Feast. Very important hold here if he manages it. No break points though, but love 30 and also a couple of deuces. Now he's at advantage. Ace down the tee, strong as you like. 3-2. 3-2. Perfect ace down the tee. Let me drop a link. Yeah, I wish I could help you with that. I'm watching on Tennis TV, but it's a you have to pay for the service. 3-2. Very good match though. Very, very good match. 20th seed versus the 15th seed. I think most people picked Musetti before the match started. I picked FIS, but I really think this match had like no favorite to win. Very even. And I really think it had three sets written all over it all day, and it has gone three. 15 love Musetti. Could be big for both. I mean, I think both players feel like outdoor hard courts is not their best surface, right? I think that both these guys. I mean, I think Musetti probably grass and clay courts. And I think Feast probably indoor hard courts and clay courts. I don't think he's had time to know even if he likes grass or not. But I think yeah, I think this is a good opportunity for both them to make a Masters quarterfinal on outdoor hard courts. Feast has such a weird kind of like huge backswing on his backhand. Drop shot just clipping the net. Otherwise, it would have been a very tough shot to deal with from Musetti. Forehand chip goes to the forehand Musetti. Backhand cross court to backhand Musetti sliced. Forehand Feast big to the backhand Musetti. Forehand Feast just catches the baseline. Drop shots no good. No good from Feast. 40-15 Musetti. Well, that was a point he should have won all day. Mess it up for himself with the forehand that he probably should have hit down the line because the court really opened up for him, and then he messed it up with just a really poor drop shot to follow it up. I don't know though. I have a feeling like we haven't seen the best of this match yet. Somehow, maybe even we've seen some great rallies so far. It's been a very fun match. Double fault almost felt like a late call from the computer. As calling the line. Late call from the machine. Backhand from Feast way up high. Forehand goes to the backhand of Feast. Forehand volley. Forehand of Feast in the net. 3-3. Backhand of Feast goes wide. He's got to be careful here. Left 15. Musetti, I feel like, is going to really be looking for the push here, just like he did in the last service game. He's trying to get the break. But let's see. Backhand of Musetti goes to forehand of Feast. Forehand slice Musetti. Forehand of Feast down the line. Too good. Very good forehand. Put away. 15 all. Yeah, Feast just never stopped moving forward. Hit a great forehand. Technique on point. Foreign Musetti goes to foreign of Feast. Back and slice Musetti. Back into Musetti. It's going to go wide. 315 Feast. Foreign swing volley put away from Feast. 415. Foreign Feast goes to back and slice Musetti. Foreign Feast. Foreign Musetti down the line, back into Feast. Foreign drop shot Musetti. Feast runs in with the back and down the line. Musetti's there with the lob. Smash Feast, put away, 4-3. Feast is 2 games away from the match. He saved a match point the last set. He is in the lead at 4-3, still on serve though. Serve here from Lorenzo Musetti. Forehand chip of Feast. Forehand Feast goes in the net. Strong stuff from Musetti. Start off the game, 15 love. It's been strong level from both, really, for the most part, since the start of the second set, for the most part. Musetti started off the match very strong. Feast has had to catch up. And then Feast's level rose a little bit. Musetti's level dropped down a little bit. But then, yeah, since about like midway through the second set, start to midway through the second set, it's been all fire, all gas, no brakes. 15 all. Feast is 7 points away from the match. He was 1 point away from losing it about 45 minutes ago, maybe less, probably less. About 35 minutes ago. Foreign a Feast, cross court, foreign a Musa. It's going to go out 15-30. Danger time for the Italian. Feast maybe coming up with a break here. Definitely danger for Musetti. It's really the turtle versus the hare here. Great example of it. Just sucks when the hare is 1 point away. 1 point away. Forehand goes to the forehand of Feast, forehand of Musetti, cross court to the forehand of Feast, big to the forehand of Musetti, backhand slice Musetti goes to the backhand of Feast, backhand Musetti down the line. That forehand's been letting down Feast though every now and again throughout the match as he drifts another one wide, 30 all. Positive body language though from Feast can definitely help in moments like this. Just stay positive. Points won over 9 shots. Feast is actually in the lead now with 12 to 11 such rallies won. 12 to 11 rallies like that one. Backhand Musetti. Actually gets a really good one. Forehand from Feast is very strong. Forehand goes to the forehand of Musetti. That's in the net. It's a break forehand for Feast. Some big forehand hitting and a huge reaction as well. He needs this one bad, and that was better forehand hitting as well from Feast. 2.5 hours of play. It is Feast with a break point to serve for the match. This is the first break point of the third set, even though there was that long game earlier. Can Feast break here? First serve just misses wide. It's tough to play after you have a match point like that, even though Feast did all the right things in that match point. Serve and volleys. Nervy decision from Musetti to serve and volley for the first time in the match, I think. Not really sure why, other than nerves. Maybe catch Feast off guard, but I think he got himself off guard, and he himself wasn't ready for it. And Feast is going to serve for the match. Poor decision from Musetti. But Feast definitely putting in a lot of work, a lot of effort. And he's definitely a player that plays with his heart on his sleeve. He's at 5-3, 4 points away now from the win, and all of them coming on his serve. Feast with a comeback victory, potentially. Forehand Feast down the line. Musetti can't get there. 15 love. Serve here from the Frenchman. Kick serve forehand of Musetti. That's going to go out. Musetti going off the rails in the last kind of stages here. 30 love, but it's all there's a huge push from Feast and just staying with it. High level from both for the majority of the second and third sets, and it's Feast who might win them both. After Musetti started off the match, winning, like, I don't even remember how, like, he won the majority of the first, like, 25 points. I think it was like 19-6 at one point in points won. But now it's Feast who's 2 points away from the win. It's less about how you start and more about how you end, and it's Feast with 3 match points at the end. Assuming this is the end of it. 40 love, a tough match for Musetti. He really put in a good performance, but he really did. But Feast has stayed with it. Despite that forehand being wayward every now and again, despite a bad return performance in the first set and some change, it's an ace to win the match. And what a win for Artur Feast in 3 sets, 6-3 in the third. He'll have a chance to make his first Masters quarterfinal, but he makes his first Masters fourth round, believe it or not. He'll take on Marcos Giron, and he'll be the favorite in that one. Feast gets it done 6-3 in the third. A talented next gen was not really talked about enough in my eyes. Very dynamic, fun to watch game, brought the crowd in. So much to love about that match and how he fought. Love the heart that Feast plays with and the shot making that we saw from both. We'll see Musetti during the clay court season. Tough luck for him, but a match point safe for Feast. He'll remember that match for a long time. Appreciate you guys if you joined in. Don't forget to subscribe to the stream, would be much appreciated. And thanks for joining in. Join in for more down the road. All right, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you guys for joining in. It's a late night. Uh, Great match. The rap between them were amazing at times. Really enjoyed that. And what a win for Feast. Saving a match point definitely helps paint a match in a certain light, the way that you remember it. Great comeback. All right, thank you guys for joining in. I'll see you guys in the next one. What for Archer Feast? He's through to his first Masters fourth round, and it might not be over for him yet. A great win, nonetheless, no matter what happens from here against Lorenzo Musetti.
FILS.